dare or try to touch our salaries. We have seen government with keen interest trying to wage war against doctors and trying to push doctors to industrial actions. And this happened last year, and it was also happening in December, and there are the words around the street on it also this year. So we are giving warning, and there's a resolution we made in this annual general meeting, that if government, that is the Ministry of Health, in any way tries to touch the wages of interns, then it will not be business as usual. We will treat that as a strike notice. We are saying the same way they have increased wages for MPs today, and for the ministers and for everybody else, we actually need a wage increase, not a wage reduction. That is one thing that we've discussed, and therefore they should not try it. Secondly, we have reiterated that we made agreement last year on the issues of CB arrears, that they promised that they'll pay arrears, the balance of arrears this year, July, that they will also implement it in the pay slips. We want to say that we will wait for that time, but if it's not done, we will always treat that as action, and we are ready to take actions if that is not done. Lastly, the doctors have said the Social Health Authority is only working for political leaders. It's only working for the ministers, and it's only working for the people in government. To the point that the newly appointed minister was saying yesterday that it is the cartels that are saying the Social Health Authority is not working. We want to tell the new minister that all these doctors we have here are from the 6 counties in Central, and they have said they have patients who are in the hospitals who cannot pay bills because the SHA amount that have been put for the cancer patient has been exhausted. We have these doctors who are reporting that in public hospitals, for the first time it is being reported, that in the ICUs, the families have to sell land and sell properties in order to pay the bills. SHA is not covering that. That is for the first time in public hospitals that patients cannot access outpatient services if they're not referred. These persons, or these people these patients are actually detained. They can't get services. People are actually suffering. So yes, the benefit packages must be sorted out. We are also saying we have doctors. We have a doctor from Kiambu who has stage 4 lung cancer. And this doctor, we have to make calls every day to get services. So in reality, the Social Health Authority is only working in the dreams of those who have been appointed to ministers and to permanent secretaries and to the MPs, because they have a different private hefty medical insurance. So it is not working, and as a new minister, make it work. Don't politicize it, because everybody has been politicizing this. That's our discussions today. And finally, when we meet so many of us here today like this, we can't fail to affirm that all these things that we have asked for, that our salaries should not be touched for interns, that our promises in the return to work formula should be implemented, and if they're not done, we only have one thing to do, is to withhold the services when time calls for it. And we are ready to do that this year. And as we plan to do national one, if these things are not held or are not implemented, we are giving a serious warning to Kiambu County that doctors there are tired, and they're more tired now than ever before. We have seen doctors being demoted. We have seen doctor salaries delaying. We have seen salary being stopped. That Kiambu County has decided to be an hostile employer and to dignify the doctors in offering the services. We are coming down for you, and we'll have meeting with doctors there probably next week, and probably by mid-April, I can tell you with certainty that we'll have strike in Kiambu County. So it's upon the county government to hold doctors with dignity and respond to them. That is the discussion we've had today, and it means that our resolve as a union is still strong, and therefore each and every county meet the bargains of doctors. If there were return to work formulas that were signed, if the issues that are still pending, let them be implemented within the timeline. You know, we may not know how we will operate because we are not prophets to see the future. But if we look back to the previous interactions we had with a non-doctor, which was Susan Akumicha, she actually called for strike for last year. She asked for the strike, pushed us for the strike, and forced us out. And this was because she could not understand the role of doctors, the role of interns, and so many other things, even the need to have a functional healthcare. But then she was very strongly on politicizing every issue of healthcare. When we had Dr. Deborah, for the months she has been in office, we gave a strike notice. But it was for the first time in the history of the union that a strike notice that has been issued was not materialized. Why? Because she understood the role of doctors, she understood what we needed to be done, and they were not politicized issues. I saw the new minister that has been brought into office. She's a politician. I just want to warn her that she do not politicize our issues, because then we don't participate in politics. We only participate in withholding our skills. And therefore, no amount of politics can resolve the issues that are pending. And one of them is the issue of interns. She must come out understanding their role, and if she doesn't understand, she should go and learn. And the same thing to the CBA that we've been fighting about. So we know the office is held in perpetuity. It doesn't matter who is in the office, it is that those issues are implemented. But I want to warn the new minister that she should not come in the same breath that we had with the former minister, who was, in a way, bastardizing our collective bargaining agreements and looking down upon the profession with disdain and disrespect. That does not go well. And if it happens that way, we will not stop to chant and sing on the street and to dramatize for her to go away. And we know very well that even if we have 100 politicians or 1,000 ministers, they will not treat patients. It will call for doctors to do the same.
What happened to the cohort between 2020 and 2022?
Okay. Doctor, you've had the question?
It is purely because it is so much in town. You don't do a single dwelling, so it is purely for apartments. 5.9 million and 8th acre. I'm following the order on the screens. So Limuru Business Park is in Limuru town. Who knows where Bata is? We said we must engage. Bata, just next to Bata, there is some 8 acres. I'm done with Barrister. Now, Clay City. Clay City is between Kasarani and it is a coffee farm. So that is why we just chose to call it Barrister Gardens. So we have Barrister Gardens just not very far from KMDU. Let's say it is between KMDU and Tatu City. For estates, I want to mention this so that I don't mention it in every project. We have typologies to choose from because they are controlled developments. Some of them we have 2. I know where I give you. No, it's already yours. So Fahari Estate is one of our projects in Exit 13, projects listed in that trifold. On Thika Road, Exit 13, that is Keganjo Road. I know a lot of you know Dekio. Who knows Dekio Estates? Today, we have quite a number of projects. I know all of us have different desires. Somebody wants Thika Road, somebody wants Limuru Road, somebody wants Yakiwe, somebody. That's when you realize you are not transacting with HF. It is now you versus Stanley Mine. So that is what we are mainly doing today. Land owner wealth management. We must plan.
Equity Bank, and any question is at home. Thank you very much. But welcome. My colleague is spreading sheets on how we finance our check-off system, and our contacts are there. I'm John Megwe. My contact is down there. 072 Agriculture. We are financing tractors, all the machineries in manufacturing, agro-manufacturing area. We have the muscle to do it. We just from time immemorial, Africa was said to go down places. But we, with our asset base of 2 trillion, Kenya is one of the fastest growing insurance company. We also have our Equity Group Foundation, where we offer help. We have been sponsoring something called Equity Afia. I think through our council that we financing. We also have an insurance company that is called IRA, currently offering the life insurance. And if you are not able to go on it, you can go to Google search and search customer help Equity Bank, and then lodge your request there, and our customer service will help you go through, of course, with a lot of verification on that 247 hash. That's our USSD, and we gave almost every product that you need from that platform. We give our Equity line, which you can use to call and also access the banking services.